And just like the popular saying, like father, like son goes, our next report takes a look at some notable entertainers who have successfully passed on the baton to the Scions, even if they themselves are not retired. Take a look.
Veteran actor Adebayo Salami, popularly known as Oga Bello, and his son Femi Adebayo have both earned their stripes within the Nigerian film industry. While Oga Bello has practiced through the era of traveling the theatre days from the mid-60s through the television days of Awada Keri Keri and later to this era of box office, his son Femi Adebayo heartily kept pace with his father when he started off in the industry, telling more contemporary stories from broader world views. Today they both have been together on a couple of productions in different capacities.
By tomorrow, my cookies in 5-bedroom flat in Lekki or the Mammoths.
Agabilo is my biological father and my boss as well. So anytime I'm on set with him, I see it as an opportunity to learn more in the industry. So we forget the father and son relationship. We face like colleagues relationship, and he likes you to be very free with him, and we get the best together.
On his part, the industry legend Oga Bello also understands that his son has paid his dues in the industry and always treats him as a professional on set.
When you see a son that is taking after you, you'll be happy about it. I must confess that I'm very, very happy. Despite the fact that his area of discipline is law, you understand, but he chooses to go into entertainment. I'm happy about it.
In the music scene, Grammy Awards nominee Femi Kuti understands very well what it's like trying to get out of the shadow of a successful father, seeing how his career began while his father, Fela, was an already accomplished international music star. Today, his son, Made Kuti, is forging a career himself in the same music genre as his father and grandfather. For Made, they will always be his mentors.
I think it's almost the human condition to always, everybody has their opinions about things, and they're allowed to have those opinions. As I expect, a lot of people have their opinions about me, about why I'm playing music, about if I'm doing it because I love it, or if I'm doing it because I'm trying to continue the lineage. And what I've understood is that the Kuti family musically has gone on now for 7 generations. So people think it started with Fela, but it started with Fela's grandfather, which has now, I'm the 7th generation in the family that plays music.
The legendary Femi Kuti, who has shared the stage a couple of times with Made, is making deliberate efforts to ensure that he becomes a man of his own.
Don't worry, the way I brought him up is definitely not going to be my shadow or Fela's shadow. Already, I experienced the thunderstorm, I experienced the tornado and everything, so he knows what to do. So like I said, he has all the attributes. And then he understands, look, when I was growing up with my father, everybody, including him, wanted me to take over. And it was just, what if I died before him? So that was my thinking. So the way I brought him up is, don't wait for your father's legacy. Don't wait to inherit your father's legacy. Start your legacy now.
Collins Naila is the legendary originator of Alakita kind of Fuji, which incorporates electronic guitar, keyboard, and other musical instruments into the traditional percussion-based music genre. Stories of his exploits in music span across many decades. Today, his son, Big Chef, has already taken to music, albeit the more contemporary hip-hop.
Son of a queen, the son of a general. Messing with me is gonna be a funeral. She be gone for me, now she heard. In 40 years, we gonna be by her. She a star in this kind of
Fuji music normally is in combination with the Yoruba and English and Igbo and Hausas. But it's a cultural song which we can never delete. We can never delete it. And our upcoming artists, I advise them not to go much into hip-hop line, because it's not their line. They are just trying. The hip hop artists, they are picking from the Fuji music.
Everybody listen to me, listen to me. I play traditional music.
I always say, I would say he chose me. You know, I listen to all kinds of music, you know. I listen to my mom's type, my dad's type of music. But, you know, growing up, then as a kid, when you're going to school, you listen to whatever the driver is listening to. If it's your mom, whatever she's listening to, your dad, whatever he's listening to, you can't tell him, change the, you know, I want to listen to this, but.
Rambo, come in, let's go.
In honor of mention is Nollywood National Award recipient and yet another legend of the industry, Pete Edochie, and his son, Yul Edochie. While Pete is considered one of the greatest of all time with many accolades and titles to his name, his son Yul has taken on his shoulders the pressure of living up to the status of his father and had since earned his own feathered cap in the industry.